prehistoric times, birds did attack cave. They used to claw at their eyes and skull, either leave them for dead and then come back because their injuries are so bad and finally finish off the kill. So if they attack me, got a little impressive.
Well, you certainly know a lot about birds.
Well, I should. I'm an ornithologist. I study and work with birds for a living.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good.
Sean, I love it. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Great job.
This is our Halloween-themed month of Halloween movies, and
is this our third annual?
This is our third annual month of Halloween-type movies, and I'm excited to do them because I don't know what they are, because half of the list that we were going to do got pulled from Netflix as what seems to happen every year. So we know of two that
rotten,
are...
by the way.
The what?
You look, it's rotten. You look for these scary-ish movies, during the month of October. That's when they're, I don't know, in my mind, that's when I want to watch them. So
right,
it's just rotten.
And we just lost Andrew. Not sure what
wherever he went.
Not sure what just happened.
He got scared.
I guess he did get scared.
Left.
So
maybe he got attacked by an exploding bird.
Yeah, that's it. So, by the way, did you recognize all the clips?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah.
The one real loud one in the middle, that's from Army of Darkness. That one was more for corny. And then that last one there that I talked over, it's actually not a Halloween movie, but I love that score so much. It's actually from a Disney movie called Scrooged that Danny Elfman did.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was the Double Trouble Harry Potter.
No, it's not John Williams. No, yeah, that's
okay.
I just like that piece of music. Anyway,
Andrew's back.
So this is episode 184, and tonight on our Halloween special,
very special episode, yes,
we are doing Birdemic. You, the listeners, voted, or somebody voted, for this movie. Again, it was it was actually third on our list of votes, but the first two did not. Our 1 and 4 or whatever got pulled. So we went ahead and did Birdemic. We decided to suffer through it. So I am Sean.
Pulled the Band-Aid off as quick as possible to get this movie done.
So I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew Kamikaze Bird Jemison.
I'm literally my mouth agape, drooling and blinking slowly, wondering what I have just seen.
Corny will be here in just a few minutes. Sam also claps super long in meetings vector.
Oh yes, yeah, and stare people at in the eyes while you do it. That's kind of exactly how you do it in those long business meetings. Yeah. We teach that in my business school.
Yeah, make sure that when your boss says something, that when you clap, you must clap for at least 4 minutes.
I tell you, if you make a deal for $1 billion, you're going to clap for 4 minutes. I mean, that's just how it works.
That's fair. I mean, I guess that's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, let's pull up a comfy chair and dive.
Please, listeners, it's going to have to be a very comfy chair tonight. Sink in, drink your sorrows away. If you've seen this movie, I apologize.
Yeah, you should apologize.
No, it's your fault.
Your fault. You put it on the list.
You're the one that recommended it
I
very
did not
long
recommend
ago.
it. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I would never do that. This
Yeah.
is Sam. This is the third time I've now seen this movie. There's no way in hell I would ever.
How in the world have you watched it 3 times?
Well,
Yeah,
one was forced
this-
upon me by Sam Vector.
The what? The first one?
No, this time, the third time.
No.
The
Our
first
listeners
time.
voted this one in.
Yeah,
'Cause
you put it on the list. So anyway, you manage the website. I'm throwing you under the bus, 100%. No, the first time I watched this was with Billy and Catherine, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this movie is terrible. You need to come watch it because you work on movies, so you will appreciate how bad it is." And it was really awful, but it was kind of fun because there was like 4 of us in the room, and like we're laughing at it, and I'm making fun of all the stuff and the bad audio and the bad lighting and the bad dialogue and the bad editing. And then the second time, I can't remember why I watched it, but there was another group of people that are like, "Oh, we want to watch this dumb movie," and I'm like, "I don't want to watch it again." And then I really didn't want to watch it this time. But
And so, like 200 episodes from now, when we have to revisit some of this crap, I'm sure we're going to have somebody give you $20 and do this movie again. Can we at least say now it has to be at least a 50?
to do this movie,
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm gonna just shut down the podcast if I have to watch this movie again.
The fourth time, you do realize how many? Goodness, that's 4.5 hours of your life you've been in this Birdemic world.
Oh, it's so bad.
That's 4.5 hours.
Is it that long? It's only an hour and a half long movie. It's actually not as long.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if
if
you've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, 4.5. 4.5 hours of my life was wasted on this movie. That makes me sad.
Quick piece of trivia for you. This movie has only been viewed 7 times on Netflix, and half of that is Sean.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm not sure how we watched it the first time. Honestly, it might have been YouTube or something.
Yeah, so this was an Amazon film.
Yeah, it was on Amazon. Yeah, so if you're listening to the show and you want to watch it, God bless you. Go watch it.
By the way, there's a review on IMDb for this that has a drinking game associated with it.
Oh, really?
Like they gave all the rules for it. I'll have to look it up.
My gosh,
you
I
guys
should have done that.
But it's really good.
So, Andrew, if you would,
Maybe that's what we should have recorded instead.
us doing a drinking game?
Yeah.
It would have been a really interesting episode since I don't drink, but the 3 of you do. So it would have been funny for me. Hey, Corny.
Corny.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
How'd
buddy.
the thing go? I saw you live on Facebook earlier.
It went fine. It's long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, we're glad we're here. Sorry. We'll talk later off the air.
Yes.
So, Corny, you're now that you're here, and joining us also is Corny. He just sold his band for $1 billion, Logan.
Oh, wow.
I never sell my band for $1 billion. It's too much taxes, and then people know you got money. It's more money, more problems.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, I tell you what, Corny, if you ever did sell your band for $1 billion, then I will help you with your next startup green company that makes fake technology.
Okay, here are the 4 rules they've written for a Birdemic drinking game.
Okay, what hit me?
Number 1, anytime the camera pans, drink.
Okay, jeez, that's a lot,
Number
You can't
2,
move your bottle away from your face.
right?
Number 2, anytime the audio gets botched, drink.
So you're already shit-faced off of that.
Man, by the first 5 minutes you're out. Here's a good one. Anytime birds
you guys need
explode,
to do this, huh?
drink. Yeah. And then the last one, anytime Rod walks unconvincingly, drink.
I never thought about it, but you're right. He has the most awkward walk. Like, it's just the worst.
I mean, did the director tell him, all right, now let's focus on your posture as you're walking down the sidewalk here? Oh, no. You know, he's obviously not, he's thinking of something other than mindlessness when he walks.
Oh, no.
So weird.
It is
Keep
weird.
your shoulders back. Keep your shoulders back. Keep your shoulders back. Mom said my man tits show if I don't keep my shoulders back.
I don't understand how you screw up walking as an actor. I mean, even I was in a movie where I got to walk across the camera and I didn't screw it up. So, Andrew, what is this movie? We haven't done that yet.
This movie is a big pile of shit.
If I had that clip, I'd play it right now.
Oh, no, that's a big pile of.
But you want the description though?
Yeah, whatever IMDb or Amazon or anybody said. I don't.
No, I just read IMDb.
Oh, IMDb's getting a little racy there. Okay.
No. All right. A horde of mutated birds.
Did you say horde?
Yes, a horror.
Oh. Okay.
A whore of birds.
All right.
A horde of mutated birds descends upon the quiet town of Half Moon Bay, California. With the death toll rising, 2 citizens manage to fight back. But will they survive the Birdemic?
That's no moon.
It's a half moon.
That's a half moon.
Wait, are they mutated? Is that what happened? I didn't know that was a happen thing.
They look like regular.
I'm not sure exactly what happens with these birds.
Unfortunately, tonight you're the expert.
Who, me?
You were the one that's seen this stupid thing 3 times.
I have no. Yeah, I've seen this 3 times, so I guess that does make me the expert on this movie.
That has to be some sort of record with this movie, actually.
There's probably people that worked on this movie that haven't seen it as many times as I have. I mean, other than the director and the editor, which I think was the director, I'm pretty sure I got it there. I have to say this. I have to say it. I am confident, and I mean confident, that the 4 of us could GoFundMe, $40,000, $50,000 to make a movie, a horror film, and film it on an iPad. With proper equipment. I mean, I can't just hold an iPad. You got to get a.
All you need is better sound.
All
you need is a good sound mixer with a boom and a horse, and you are set.
A story would be nice too.
And a horse. What'd you say, Corny?
A story would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure. Better story, better script, better actors, all that crap. But I mean, the 4 of us could make a found footage movie that would be 100 times better than this.
Yeah.
And I think
challenge accepted.
I mean, I think part of it's the fact that I've worked on film, but I mean, like, we all know, I think, what would look good and what would look bad. And
my daughter accidentally made a video on my iPhone that is better. It's a better movie than this movie.
Sam, the pocket dials that I've gotten from you on my voicemail have a better audio quality than this movie. Like, you hear shirts ruffling, you hear
cursing, and
Corny, you missed the intro. The intro is when that old man on the bridge guy comes over and he's doing his dog and pony show about the earth is dying and this is the reason why that the birds are doing what they're doing. My favorite part of this scene, there's 2 really funny parts of that moment. One, there's 2 just audio cutouts that just cut out, which I did not edit into. That's the way the movie is. And 2, there's literally a bird like 4 feet away from the microphone chirping. And it's like, well, why isn't that bird attacking? So bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, do I even dare do our normal intro bit where you guys kind of give me your initial thoughts on this movie? I mean,
Oh God, no! I don't want to waste more time on this movie. We have to.
Corny wants a 38-minute long podcast. Let's just be done with it, huh?
No, it can go an hour and a half, but we're just going to trash the shit out of this. So I don't think anybody's opinion is going to be different than pile of shit, and pile of shit. Okay.
So who's watched the Orville? No, I'm seeing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Andrew, I just go ahead and go, and we'll just go from here.
All right. Well, I don't know if anybody noticed that this film was done by James Nguyen.
Nigan, yeah. I can't.
Yeah. But he did this film, and he wrote it, and he produced it, and he was also the director, and he also made it, and he also held popsicle sticks up with little birds on it when he acted it out in front of the camera crew.
I can't believe it actually says from visionary director. He wrote
Visionary. Yeah, he is visionary.
No, writer director. He gave himself 2 credits there. Visionary writer and director.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the IMDb, and that's the video for the trailer. It's paused on. Yeah.
Well, I had no idea what to expect because, of course, I hadn't seen this before. And even from your warnings, I still thought, well, maybe it'll be all right. And I have seen Poultrygeist and Rubber and Zombievers. And by far, those are all award-winning, Oscar-worthy films compared to this one. This, like you said, we could make on our own with little to no money and make it better. Alan Bagage is the worst actor I have ever seen anywhere.
I was like, I don't think that's his name, but yeah, okay.
No, that's what I'm calling him. It's Bagage. I was playing a little game while I watched the movie. Who is the best actor / actress in the movie? And the answer, none of them were the best the best actor or actress in the movie. The only one that came close was the Asian guy sitting in the office who leans over and whispers to the CEO of whatever that guy's playing.
Right.
And that's because he didn't say anything, and it was just emotion.
I'm gonna say the best actor in the movie was not an actor, but the band.
The van?
The band. We're gonna just hang out tonight, or whatever that band was. You know what I'm talking about? When they're at the club and it's just a band playing. That's probably because it's just a local band. Hey, you want to be in our movie? You get some free publicity. Okay.
You know how I knew that Bagage was an amazing actor was when I saw him dance.
You're killing me with Bagage.
At that scene where he was dancing.
Yes, the only people dancing.
I don't understand why he hasn't been on, Dancing with the Stars or So You Think You Can Dance yet.
I mean, this guy should be a megastar.
He really should.
Yeah.
He did.
You know who he reminds me of is that guy Dante from all the Adam Sandler movies. He just kind of looks like him. And so every time I would catch him from a certain angle, I was like, God, I want to even like him as much as I like that guy who I hate, but I can't.
So he's doing work.
Yeah, I saw that. He was in Parks and Rec as someone sitting in the audience.
Attendee seated in meeting room. He probably clapped.
This is how that meeting went. He walks into Parks and Rec and says, I'm here to audition. Yeah, I'm here to audition for a role. And they say, we want you to sit right there. Do I have a speaking line? No, we want you to sit right there. Do I need to walk anywhere? No, we just want you to sit right there. Can I blink or look? No, we just want you to sit right there. Don't even breathe too heavily, and we'll give you $20. Good work.
Okay, so I have to say this. Alan Bagage is in a movie called The Diamond Collector. Detective John Lawrence seeks to find his wife's killer after finding a valuable clue. He goes on a manhunt to find the killer and finds out the shocking truth of what really happened to his wife. He directed it and he wrote it. Is it weird that I want to watch it now? It only has a cast of 4. So it can't. It can only be one of 3 other people. I mean,
I don't know.
And his name.
I mean, I'd like to see if he's just that bad in everything, or if it was the director not doing anything.
I have to ask this question.
Okay.
When you stick your finger in a socket and it shocks the shit out of you and it hurts, why do you want to go back?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I it's in pre-production, so I mean, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now
he was in Cyborg X with
With
Danny
Danny
Trejo.
Trejo, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But Danny Trejo would just do anything.
Yeah.
Did anybody else think that Al Gore
like
gained
that.
a little weight?
What?
Wait, was he in this? He wasn't in this.
Yeah, he was the guy on the bridge.
Oh, you mean the old man?
Yeah,
Why would he say that? Hey,
talking
look,
about the end of the world.
There's an old guy on the bridge. He's like 48. I mean, come on, jeez.
Not that old.
No, he's elderly.
Yeah. I love that the guy they met in the forest, his character is identified in the credits here as Tree Hugger.
Yeah. Are you a tree hugger? Yeah, you could say that. Oh, I hear a mountain lion. Time to leave. It's so
Yeah. I want to say that was improv.
Oh.
And when he got done, he was like, "That was a solid.
Yeah.
That was a solid scene right there."
Good call on the mountain lion. I guess I got to go find a clip of a mountain lion.
Okay, here's the director. I want you to find a reason to leave. We didn't write the rest of your script in here, so just come up with something. Mountain lion. Got it.
The script
All
was
right.
probably in Vietnamese, is what I'm guessing.
I honestly don't know that there was a script.
Well, I know there was a script because there's times when he's trying to deliver lines and he screws up. I mean, I can't tell you. There's probably 2 or 3 moments where he screws the line. I captured one of them. It's so bad. And
Well, here's okay, Sean.
Yeah.
You're our sound guy.
I am.
I think this movie could have been at least enjoyingly bad had it not been for the constant ticks of sound problems.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You know, we've seen some pretty bad movies, but at least, you know, they weren't blowing our speakers every other phrase from, you know, just ambient noise. What the heck were they doing wrong?
Well, you want to get technical? Is that what we want to do?
Well,
here?
Why? You know, obviously they had one camera and they edited it together.
Well,
and
here,
Do you think that the recording on like the camera itself, they were using the mic there?
well, no, they had to have been using a boom in a lavalier because I could hear his clothes rattling sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I captured one of those clips where you can hear his clothes rubbing against the mic like that, right?
yeah.
And I know they were using a boom mic on some shots too because you could hear the mic moving.
boom.
You could hear it moving. So, but a lot of the problem is, and this is getting a little technical, but whenever you record a scene, here's what ultimately the problem is. He only used the audio that was recorded on the camera for that moment, meaning if there was no dialogue, it meant they didn't record, like if it was a reaction shot, it means there was no audio, which means there's these blank moments. So every movie records what they call world tone or room tone. So whenever you're in a room, you literally go in there with a microphone when there's no one else in there and record the sound of the room. Every room has a sound, as weird as that sounds. Just having ambient noise, and you put that as your what's called your noise floor, and then you put that in there whenever you're in that scene. So when you have to break in and out of your audio for your dialogue, you don't get that choppiness, right? So in TV shows,
Question.
yeah.
Could they have just Googled ambient noise and put that in?
That's something they would have learned in film school.
Yeah, well,
in,
I
like,
mean, and again,
101.
this is 2010. This is not 1971, right? Like Google was a thing in 2010. So, and he's using he's obviously using some kind of editing software, whether it's
iMovie.
not Pro
Are you
Tools.
really giving that much credit?
He's got to use some kind of non-linear editing software.
Yeah.
He has to. He didn't shoot this
I
on
was just
film.
thinking that he just took the film and ingested it and then shat it out as a movie.
Well, I mean, I get the joke, but I mean, yeah, he it has to be because he didn't shoot it on film. Now maybe video, it may be digital video.
Videotape.
Yeah.
He got a
You got all the videotapes.
VHS.
All the video,
You know.
well, there's
Video.
130 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So, but that's really what happened is that he never took audio. So, like, there are scenes when people are talking the camera's at this angle, so they're talking, and then they switch over to a different angle. Well, you could use the audio from the one, and that's why it wouldn't change in scene. And that's the stuff that's really bad. And then when there's an absence of audio, that's really painful because we are not accustomed to that. People get freaked out. I mean, people will lose their minds. There's what they're called, what's it called? It's
Anaconda don't want none.
Right. It's a sound chamber that literally has 0 sound reflections, so you can actually hear like the blood flowing in your ears. It's like a negative sound room. I can't remember what it was called, but people can only stand it to be in there for minutes at a time because it's unnerving when we can't hear stuff. So there's a difference between silence and then absence of sound, right? This is silence, right? That was there. You could still hear, even the people listening could still hear my microphone and maybe the room, the air conditioning in the room. But if I mute the channel and there's nothing, it's a little unsettling. And that was what's happening in the movie so many times. All right, so weird little technical difficulty. Hopefully the computer is nice and happy now. So
It had a Birdemic.
It really did. So I guess technically, Corny, it's your turn, I guess. I don't know. We were talking about audio and bad audio, and I think I mentioned something about something. I don't remember. In real time, that was like 4 minutes ago, so I've already forgotten. So, Corny, I guess you can talk about things. Whatever you want. Not even this movie. I don't care. I'm just teasing. Go ahead.
I'm not going to make you edit this, but F this movie, and I'm actually mad. Like, I got from my group me post.
Yeah, you came late to the party.
I did, and I was just like, but why is this and why is that? And there were so many bad things about this movie, and this is what makes me mad. They made money off of this.
Did they?
Well, by
They
us
went on
watching
Netflix.
it, yeah. Well, Amazon or whatever, but yeah, Netflix.
Yeah.
Or Amazon, yeah. So, but there's money that was made off of the shite, and there are people dying in countries because they don't have food. And I'm actually literally upset that money was put into this, and those people got money for this. They deserve to die.
Oh, no, they don't.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Okay,
they
it's a little much. That would actually have to require work for someone to actually go kill them. No, this is just the worst thing ever. I don't know why. Why did we have to watch this?
If birds actually swooped from the sky and ripped their eyes out, though, we wouldn't be upset.
No, I'd welcome that.
Yeah.
Please, bird overlords, please come swift justice.
I can't help but notice I'm on the IMDb page under Birdemic Shock and Terror, and then it says not rated, 1 hour 45 minutes, and then it says horror, romance, thriller. Romance? That awkward date?
Well, he did fall in love with her after stalking her at the restaurant.
That whole scene is so bad.
Oh yeah, he was totally a stalker. And the whole when she mentions the cat, and he's like, "Who is he? What does he look like?"
It's so
Yeah,
That's the time you get up and leave.
That's so darn creepy.
Well,
it's not even funny.
There's so many moments where he's super creepy, and she should have ran away. The first time she should have run away when he touched her on the back and said, "Oh, excuse me, you don't touch strangers on the back." She should have pulled mace out and sprayed him in the face.
Yeah.
In the face.
Sprayed me in the face.
Sprayed me in the face.
Sprayed me in the face, man.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I had that. No, you're right. You're not wrong. And then it's just there's literally nothing likable about this character. And I get so mad. And you guys all know, show knows, I get mad at bad tech. I get mad at bad tech.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then when you start throwing out some bullshit, something like, well, I want to do a startup company where we're going to make solar panels. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm not a scientist. I'm a businessman, but we're going to make solar panels cheaper than everyone else. Give me $10 million. Okay. What? No, that's not real. That's not real.
No, it's not how it works.
Oh, that's not how it works. I mean, Corny, wouldn't you like to work for a company that just gets sold randomly for $1 billion?
Again, I actually wouldn't want that because there's so much money involved.
But this is 2010. Disney bought Marvel for $2 $2.5 billion. You understand how much money that is? Like,
And how long Marvel was around before Disney bought it?
Disney
established?
bought Star Wars, I think, for like $8 billion or not $7 billion. But I mean, maybe not even that much. I don't remember. But like $1 billion? No, that's not a thing. It's just Facebook. When Facebook went to the creators of Twitter and said Mark Zuckerberg said we want to buy you, and the Twitter came back with a number of like because they did it on an interview on Wait Don't Tell Me, and the guys literally came back with they wanted to sell it for $500 million. And Zuckerberg said, well, no, it's too much money. When Facebook, which owns a third of the planet, says $500 million is too much, come on. It's just dumb. It's dumb. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. That stuff is what pisses me off. Bad audio, I mean, yeah, that pisses me off too because I'm an audio guy and I'm offended by it, but it's so bad. All right, I'm sorry, Corny, I jumped on you. What else you got, buddy?
That's okay. It's just like a bird swooping in and clawing my eyes out.
Right.
Oh, so when you sent me that message earlier, hey, can you be a 49ers fan and an Eagles fan? You know, it took me, I was like, who asked that question? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess you could be. They really don't see each other that often.
Right.
And then I thought about it. And of course, you know, I heard it in the movie. And I thought, wait, does he mean football Eagles? The Eagles band? Eagles as the bird?
But he says that. She's like, so what are the things you like? He's like, I like football. Of course, I'm a 49ers fan because I live in the Bay. But I'm also a part-time Eagles fan. No. That's not a thing. You don't do that. That's so dumb. Yeah, I like two teams, but they're in different conferences. So it
totally delegitimizes that.
The only reason why they're doing it is because they wanted to mention the Eagles. Eagles again. We have to mention birds. He could have said Atlanta Falcons. He could have said Seahawks. It would have Cardinals. It all would have worked. I'm a 49ers fan, but I also like the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Eagles.
Well, and the problem with the Eagles is that weren't those hawk sounds they kept using?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
And there were vultures, and some of them were vultures.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's vultures on the poster, but I think all the the animated ones were all. They kept saying.
No, I saw vultures. I did see vultures a few times.
Yeah. They kept saying, "Oh, the Eagles are back."
Yeah.
Did you guys notice like their adventure was like a video game? Like, all right, we get
full of bad decisions.
Well, yeah, you get to a location, they hang out, they do whatever, they aggro the birds, they have to fight the birds, they lose aggro by getting back in the van, and then they leave and they go to the next location. The only difference is there's never a sub boss or a boss to fight. They just
they had that one boss, the guy who tried to make them give him gas.
Oh, the cowboy who pulled out a freaking 50 cal Desert Eagle pistol? Sure.
Yeah, by the way, in an apocalyptic universe, dude man's on the side of the road. You stop a few feet back. If he starts walking towards you, you pull out your gun and say, whoa, back up.
Right, yeah. I guess
don't let him get to the window.
Yeah, we've all seen too much Walking Dead. But like, yeah, you're right, Corny. You're right. Yeah, okay. Hold on, sir, who we don't know. What do you need? From a distance. And then he pulls a gun, and then when the bird kills him, Eagle Ex Machina, then freaking go get your gas can that you so desperately need, which you could have used later on, and his gun. Like, you're in a world where ammunition is now precious. But no.
Oh, well, it wasn't really precious until the end.
Well, I mean, that freaking machine gun that assault rifle that guy had was unlimited ammo.
It literally never ran out of a single shot.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
It also misfired a lot because you could see him kind of pushing the gun out, and a little cartoon fire thing didn't come out of it. So,
yeah. Oh, don't worry, that was his acting.
Well, here's the
that was acting. Oh, I see.
Here's the funny thing about the weapons in this movie. So that his gun, it looked like an airsoft rifle that they made up to look like a gun, and then that Desert Eagle actually kind of looked real. But the gun that he gave, so like, hey stranger, I just met you. Here's a pistol. I hope you don't kill me. But that pistol he gave, it's a toy that you can buy at Walmart, and I owned that very one. I spray painted it black, and then put on a little thingy it's like a silencer on the end of it, and then that was my Han Solo blaster I made for my Han Solo costume for Halloween this last year. Because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that looks like the same gun I have. So, Anyway, just random thought. The arsenal. But Sam, you mentioned on our group messaging, like, when he went to go rescue those kids, I bet you people driving by are like, is this a kidnapping? That guy's got a gun. Should we call the police?
The only thing stopping people from calling the police was probably the cameras that were, the camera.
The camera.
That was shooting it at the time.
Are they filming us kidnapping? What's happening? Should we stop? Should we call the police? It's 2010. They got cell phones. So, 2009, 2008. It was in there somewhere because we still had some people with flip phones. And the parade was filmed in 2008. The movie took... Go ahead, Corny.
I was going to say, also old school footage. Nice.
Yeah, well, the movie, in the trivia says the movie took like 3 years for him to make. Which makes me even more sad. Like, if he would have said, he made this movie in a weekend, I would have, you know what I'm saying, had a little bit...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, okay, like one of these 24-hour film fests or something.
Yeah, if this would have been a 24-hour film festival, I wouldn't be as mad at it. It'd still have bad audio, but
I don't know. I'd still be pretty mad at it.
Yeah,
only because it's just every single aspect of this movie is bad.
Yeah, all of it.
Every single thing. There's the only redeeming quality is that the chick was hot.
Yeah,
not worth it. There's no redeeming. Hot or not, there's no redemption for this movie.
Yeah, she was attractive, but I don't know. Whatever, it was fine. She was fine. I liked the girl that they met up with later, the one who then died while taking a poop. I thought she was kind of attractive.
You mean Vince Vega?
Is that who that is? No.
Isn't that John Travolta's character in?
Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he died in the potty. So I guess, Sam, do you have anything you want to do? Intro. We're just kind of going, right? Let's just go. All right.
Yeah. There's nothing I've.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cook through some of my show notes because I want to get to the clips because the clips are going to be the best part of this episode. I think. So that's right. The movie starts off with, if you've not watched this movie yet, I'm just going to give you a quick recap. This movie has literally, I am not exaggerating, 4 minutes of him driving his stupid Mustang around town.
Yeah.
Okay? 4
With
minutes.
weird music.
That's a long
It's
time.
a 30-second loop track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a long time.
Did you see all the music credits they had to give up, or they had to put out?
Those are mostly like free to use stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. How can you? Go ahead.
No, you go, please.
Well, how can you give somebody a music by so-and-so recognition or credit on the credits, and then all he did was write 30 seconds of a loop track?
Well, again, I'm pretty sure most of that was. There are websites, and when I first started doing this podcast, I was actually checking those websites out. There are free to use music websites out there. It's in the public domain that people just write and just throw up there. But yeah, I mean, if it's only a 30-second loop, then he just kept re-looping it over and over again. And he did that several times. The only actual music I think that he had to quote unquote give real credit to, honestly, was the band that played during the dance party date night thing.
Was it a band or was that just one dude and his own stuff? Because I thought it was just the singer, like that was all his stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Or am I just missing something?
I mean, I only remember seeing the singer, but I mean, maybe there was a whole band. I don't know. I
don't think it was the whole band. I think the singer kind of did it on a keyboard, and that was just all that was him.
It sounded like a keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
because so in the credits, it's definitely just the singer.
Yeah.
Written, performed by, all that was him.
Where
or maybe I'm just hallucinating and thinking there wasn't a band involved.
Just Hanging Out. Damian Carter is his name. Written by Damian Carter. He also was in Birdemic 2 as himself. He's the only two.
I kind of wish that I had that as my ringtone.
Oh my gosh.
I can make that happen.
Dude, you want to... Okay, I have to read this. Damian Carter has a biography on IMDb. When you only have 2 credits, and they're both Birdemic movies. I don't know if you deserve an IMDb biography. I don't even have one. But anyway, here we go. Musical genius Damian Carter has lent his voice and acting ability to numerous films. Numerous.
He's not lying.
More than one.
Two.
Yeah.
Films by legendary filmmaker James Nigan. His tender vocals in his hit song Hanging Out with the Family and Eternal Love lends emotion and atmosphere to the movies Birdemic and Julie and Jack respectively, and have left the audiences toe-tapping out of the cinema. In his memorable and much-loved role, Father Love, he provided the lead character Jack with support showcasing his wide range. IMDb mini biography by devoted fan. You mean Damian Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is Damian Carter because I click on it and it says it's got his name. He actually wrote that himself. That's just special. Oh my gosh, Corny. So whenever we make our movie and you do the soundtrack, I'm gonna make sure I write a glowing mini bio for you. Just says something.
No, don't do that. Just all I got to say is, let's just do it, and he did it.
This is Corny. He helped us out. He's a good buddy. That actually is probably like the most real one like ever. You know, he's a dude. He's cool. He's got a band, Black Coffee Trio. Go check him out. All right. So that was what? Oh, so I got really annoyed with this too. Again, you guys have heard my complaint. You can have a shit movie, but you can still make the script a little bit better. Like, so he sees.
I don't know. We saw a pretty bad script in Trolls 2.
Well, yeah, you did.
But at least the sound was good.
It was. Yeah. It was good sound. Yeah.
Better. Yeah.
He says, "Hey, didn't you go to such and such high school?" And she said, "Yeah. Oh, we were in homeroom or English class together." "Yeah. What town are you from?" She's from a different town than him. That doesn't make any sense. And then she kept talking about, "Nice to meet you. You've met him before." Like when he calls and he's like, "Oh, it was nice meeting you." You've met before. You wouldn't say that to someone that you haven't seen. And I'm currently recording from a friend from college's house because I'm on the road. I didn't see him tonight and say, "Hey, it's nice to meet you." No, it was good to see you again, buddy. It's just so dumb. That stuff was so dumb. And then, okay, Sam, you're a businessman, right? Business. It is the American way. Go watch Muppets Christmas Carol. That's hilarious.
No.
You're a business guy, right? So for those of you who don't know, Sam used to own a construction business. And so I want to ask you, as a businessman, if you're a salesman, and you have to report to somebody, and you go to your boss and say, "Yep, I just made $1 million sale and gave them a 50% discount," you're losing your job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there was more of a 50% upcharge that. Yeah. I mean, that's just dumb.
We sell.
If the original.
We sell software with a $500,000 markup. So if you can sell it for only $1 million, good job. That stuff is the worst. That stuff is the worst.
But that's not even. I don't. It's not even trying.
It's not.
And somebody should have told the Vietnamese guy that. I don't know if it was a language barrier or if it's a culture. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Did you like how you can persuade investors with one PowerPoint slide? And just say,
That's a damn good slide.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes, really. I think that I'm gonna maybe do 2 slides, and perhaps I could get $20 million.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, speaking of things like that, I today someone was so convincing in their belief that a smart board is also a whiteboard that they wrote all over it with a marker.
Was
this
it
wasn't
at least
student.
a dry erase marker?
Yeah,
Okay, at least they didn't do Sharpie or something.
No, that's right. That was the other room that I went to today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have actually. Oh my gosh! I just realized something. I just saw that on IMDb. This is bottom rated movie number 9. This is literally ranked as the 9th worst movie on IMDb.
So there's 8 that are worse?
I gotta see what those are.
I gotta know.
Yeah, what are the 8 worse than this?
Transformers 4.
All right, hang in there. All right, so number 10 is Dream.net from 2009.
Don't know that one.
9 is Birdemic. Something called Food Fight in 2012. Turks in Space is 7. Pledge This is in 6. Manos, The Hands of Fate, 1966. Yeah, that's always been considered really awful. Daniel the Wizard in 04. Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2 is number 3.
I heard that one's bad.
Saving Christmas, 2014. And the number 1 ranked worst movie on IMDb is something called Codename KOZ, 2015.
All right. So you said the National Lampoon's Pledge This. Is that one of them? No. Just Pledge This. I don't know. Is it a National Lampoon? I think I've seen that before.
Paris Hilton stars at South Beach University. A beautiful sorority president
I did see this one. It is every typical. It's like the really bad versions of American Pie.
Okay.
Like all of it's just that gross out stuff and someone's after sex and it's just stuff. I mean, that was the entire movie. So it was an awful movie, but it wasn't that bad. Like it's certainly much better than this movie. And I say that in the sense of everything, like script, camera, sound. It's actually a pretty well made.
Well, I mean, it's Paris Hilton movie. It's probably a well-crafted movie. I mean...
Yeah. But to be ranked worse than this movie, these people are terrible.
I'm actually surprised that, they consider there's 8. I mean, it's all based on rank. I mean, in fairness, Dream.net, Birdemic, Food Fight, Turks in Space are all 1.8 ranking. I'm surprised it got... How did you get 1? Who voted 1?
The actors and actresses.
I mean, there's
what's his name? Gwen guy.
Oh, Catherine Zeta-Jones. She votes.
Yeah.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Guys, special announcement.
16,000. There's 16,000 votes of this. What special announcement? What?
I'm happy to announce. I can't believe I'm saying this on air. But Miss Congeniality 2 is on Netflix, and I feel like this is a momentous time in our lives where that one doesn't be all faithful.
That one doesn't have William Shatner or Alfred in it. That's not the good one. No, that's a bad.
It's Armed and Fabulous.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
How dare you, sir?
I know. All right, so moving on. So bad, business deals. Okay.
Juju.
Yeah.
There
are no birds in the first 50 minutes of this movie.
It's literally like 48 minutes into the movie for the first attack dive bomb scene, and it escalates really quickly.
Yeah, I don't even know that I was clear when we saw the first bird. I didn't realize that those fires were caused by birds.
Yeah, they were.
They were. Okay, what the hell? And so first of all, the fires were, awful. Yeah. Could you light a match and hold it up? That would look more realistic than what you have.
My favorite part is the birds made an airplane sound and it was a propeller. like World War II.
It was a kamikaze bird.
Yeah, it really was. And they exploded. My favorite actually is the one that crashes into the gas station. It actually hits the pump. And then just smokes.
With a little small fire there.
Wouldn't it blow the hell up? I mean,
now I gotta have the right mixture of air and.
If the bird is made of explodium, it's gonna blow the hell up. Oh, birds of explodium. It's 2010. Why are people acting like they don't have caller ID on their phones? Because even the best friend, it was her best friend, and she answers, "Who's this?" It's your best friend. You don't have her number in your phone. my god.
Was that the really awkward scene in the hotel room where
with
he's touching her belly or whatever that was?
With the imaginepeace.com sign on the wall for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Which I went to that website, by the way.
And?
It's a real website. It's basically a tribute to John Lennon because he always talked about Imagine Peace. Imagine all the people. That song, right? It's basically a website devoted to like these peace organizations and stuff.
When I first saw that come up and it was Imagine Peace, I thought he was in some sort of massage session that had turned happy ending. I did not put two and two together for a while to realize that they were a couple.
Yeah, well, again, there's a piece of trivia dealing with that you guys are gonna flip and love. I'm just gonna say it. You're gonna love it. So that was awkward and weird. I also got really. They're at the house. Oh yeah. So the guy, they're playing basketball, right? Corny. You loved those white guy basketball skills, didn't you?
Yeah, and the linger a little too long on them, shooting basketball too.
The thing is that the back.
Like, Corny, you and I have played basketball 1-on-1 together, and I'm pretty honest that I'm better than both of those guys, and that's saying something.
That is true.
Like,
That's true. Well, the thing is that you can film the scene without these guys. I'm sorry, let me rephrase. You can film a pretty good basketball scene with these guys, but it would also require someone else going in. Hey, what you could do is just do a shot of their faces, cut away the body, dribble a little bit, back to face, back to body, instead of just letting the guy just sit there and dribble backwards for 2 minutes.
It was a long time. It was awkward. It was getting like, and he kept bumping him. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I mean, it would have. Yeah, you're right, Corny. You could have done that. You could have just done them, just shooting the ball, just rain threes and have it edit so that at least the ball goes in. And then
that would actually been okay.
Yeah, it would have been fine. And then he gets over and he goes, and of course he's wearing a polo shirt. Who goes to the park and plays in a polo shirt? Anyway, maybe he just got off of work, whatever.
So he's thinking about sex.
So yeah, he's thinking about sex. Yeah. So then he says, "Man, it's winter. It's so hot in winter. Blah blah blah. I can't believe it's winter." And then later, like a week later, they're at a pumpkin festival on Halloween. Wait, October is not winter. I don't care what Californians think. October is not winter.
It was one year later.
That was so dumb. So dumb.
1 year later.
I literally, the first time I saw this movie, when he said, "Oh, I got my Mustang and it's 100 mpg," I literally yelled at the TV and was like, "That's not real. That's not a thing." Like,
no, it is not.
He just made up the greatest technology. Like that's a breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got cars that did 100 mpg, we would not have oil issues. I'm just saying, like, Middle East, you can keep it all. Well, we have enough. If we can get cars, if we can get Mustangs to do that. Which, by the way, just because I know Sam would probably ask, when I got so mad about this, he said, "Oh, I got a plug-in hybrid Mustang, and you get the 100 mpg." The first hybrid Mustang comes out in 2020. So, F you, movie. I looked it up. They made an announcement last July that they're going to make a Ford F-150 and a Mustang plug-in hybrid. So
F-150, cool.
Mm-hmm. And then he kept talking about using nanotechnology. Oh, we got these new solar panels and they got nanotechnology. I guess you just keep using the word nanotechnology because you watched an episode of Star Trek that makes you, I guess, you sound smarter. I don't know. And then I wrote, this guy could run blindfold in traffic and not get hurt because he's so lucky. Here's my startup company. Here's $10 million. Here's my old company.
Well,
here's $1 billion.
What does his success in business have anything to do with the story?
Nothing.
Oh, no. I mean, I think it perfectly goes with the story.
Okay.
It's just to say that if you're rich and you're powerful in America, nothing can kill you.
Then the birds will leave you alone. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that they would use it as a, like a, I can't even think.
He uses his money for good?
Well, maybe that's why the birds don't attack him, is because he has a plug-in hybrid that gets 100 mpg, and he bought a solar panel for his house. He's
Oh, that's right. They only attack environmentally unfriendly people
Yeah.
that drive, cars.
Ford Astro vans. Yeah.
Ford Astros, yeah. It was an audible eye roll when they said, if you notice, the birds are only going towards vehicles. And I was like, oh.
And gas stations. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I can't say that.
And hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Do I need to go bleep something out, Andrew?
You probably do. All right. This movie makes me angry. Sorry.
Well, I mean, okay, look, we've all seen movies. We've done it on this podcast where movies have social and political agendas. Fine. Okay? But literally punching us in the face of this movie is a cross between An Inconvenient Truth and The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
And Troll 2.
And
The Boyds.
And regardless, as you're listening to this podcast, regardless of what your political affiliation and what you think about climate change, whatever, that's not what the point of this is. The point what I'm trying to make is that there are way better ways to go about doing it than just saying, yep, birds are attacking us because of climate change, because the seas are warming and things are dying and mating stuff, and I'm just going to make up a bunch of science in my movie. And worst double date ever. Whatever you think about the movie An Inconvenient Truth, that is the worst double date movie on the planet. I would rather go, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go watch a depressing documentary about polar bears dying.
Hey, man, I heard the chicks really get just like super wet when they watch An Inconvenient Truth.
Can we say that?
I don't know. I'm going to keep it. I don't care.
I was talking about rain.
You nasty.
It's so bad. Anyway,
nothing springs my meat like a good Inconvenient Truth.
Oh wow! Well, you were just dancing around that explicit tag for this episode. Maybe we'll get more listeners that way. I don't know. Random music video comes out of nowhere. I also got really annoyed that he had to keep recapping his success. They're on the date, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I sold my company sold for $1 billion. The company that I worked for named GTT thing, and then I sold it to Oracle, blah blah blah, and then did the thing, and now I got a new startup company. They gave me $1 million. He has to recap his life 3 times in the movie. That got annoying. Sexy. I wrote. Is it the same hotel room where the other two were hooking up? Pretty sure it was.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote, that hotel is going to be pissed when they see that you messed up their bed.
But yet, there's still a wide swath of window open available to them.
Yeah.
Look out.
Wouldn't you love... I already said that. I never understood why they had to stop at a beach for a picnic. That was weird. Just... If
there's killer birds everywhere? Yeah, but I thought maybe we could stop here and get a bite.
Yeah. Go to a picnic and go use the thing. And I get that. I mean, because here's the thing. You're obviously shooting super low budget, and the majority of the places that they were shooting, they didn't have permits for. So I understand that you can't control the outcome, because at the beach scene, there were people playing at the beach. So clearly, it's not an epidemic that's killing the world, right? But if your movie is limited by that, then limit your locations. Make the movie mostly in the van being attacked by the birds, or like limit your locations to places you can control, and that way you can control the narrative. But instead, we got to go driving all over freaking California for some reason, and random people are driving by, and there's friendly
they got to go
birds
find the tree hugger, man.
Ew.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Hang on. Whoa. Question.
Yeah.
Where were they going?
I don't know.
No, there's no reason.
I literally
desert on a horse with no name.
I literally sat there watching this going, I must have missed something. And I didn't want to rewind to watch it again because I was like, screw that, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, they must have mentioned that they've got to go somewhere for some reason to get somewhere to see somebody or do something to get rid of these birds.
About a horse.
They're just driving. They're literally just driving.
Yeah. Austral.
You know where birds can't get you? Inside.
Right.
Okay? You get out of the car and go in a place and stay there.
Right. And wait it out.
You drive into a garage.
You're
Shut
not
the
wrong,
door,
Andrew.
movie over.
And I thought the same thing when I first saw this. I was like, they must be going somewhere important. You know, are they looking for Haven? Are they looking for the place? They got to be going somewhere. No, they just drive.
Maybe they're going to the other half moon.
And then the other half. Yeah. Can we get a full moon bay? It's nicer there. There's more to do. No, you're not wrong. It made no sense why they were driving, and apparently that Astro van got like 3 miles to the gallon because they were constantly having to put gas in that thing. I mean,
have you ever driven an Astro van?
We used to own one.
I'm damn.
Yeah, we had one. No, did we? No, we had a Dodge Caravan. Never mind. We had a Dodge
I
Caravan.
was thinking, that ruins my joke.
No, we didn't. We had a Dodge Caravan. I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Was that a dog? Did I just hear a dog?
No.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Kill it now.
Also random F-bomb. So I mean, Sam, that drinking game you mentioned earlier, you could do a drinking game on social commentary. All right, so people are the actual dangerous animals, not the birds. Okay, got that. So we're the bad guys. Planets being polluted by us, greenhouse gases. Okay, got that. Oh, war in Afghanistan. Why can't we all just give peace a try? Oh, okay. All right, fine. Though you brought back your freaking machine gun with you. Anyway. That's fine.
Bad movie.
And then I wrote, I know this movie sucks, and I know it's really bad, but they're bad at basic movie making concepts like eye lines. So if you think back to the scene where they go to the gas station, and the gas station guy is like, it's $100 a gallon, right? So the concept of when you're making a movie, it's called crossing the line, right? So whenever you establish the line of sight in the room, you have to stay on that line unless the camera moves to the other side. Meaning, if you have two people talking and they're not both on the camera at the same time, right? So you're looking at his point of view and then you're looking at the other guy's point of view. You have to stay, whatever there's a line between the two of them. The camera has to stay on that side of the world, right? Because otherwise your eye lines cross. So guy at the cash register is looking camera left. He's looking to the left side of the screen. But the other guy is also looking to the left side of the screen. So it looks like they're looking not at each other. They're looking across the room. And that stuff drives me crazy. Because it's really... Because when you notice it, then when you notice that stuff, then, I mean, nothing... It's not like it took me out of the movie. No, I was never in this movie.
No, yeah.
But that's just bad movie making. I mean, there's no excuse for that. The cowboy had a freaking Desert Eagle. That part made me laugh. They said we need to go get fresh water, even though they just bought 2 gallons of water at the store. That was kind of dumb. There's also a really funny moment where the bird that crashed into the gas pump, the animation of that stopped before the scene changed. That was pretty funny. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. Are you ready for some clips?
God.
Are you ready to relive the 10 clips that I captured for this movie?
You did not capture.
I hate about you.
Sure did. The only one of them's long.
I hope they're short.
Yeah,
they're God.
Short. Only one of them's long. Here we go. This lets you know that you're in for a real treat of audio and acting.
Here's the menu.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with you.
That's this movie, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
I'll be right back with you.
Like, where was she from? What was happening there? It's so
You will
weird.
not get away from our trap.
Right?
Mr. Bond
Is she a Bond
prepare to
villain?
scream.
So
Maybe she's the one that infected the birds.
Oh,
I have come to infect the birds.
I have the bird flu.
In Russia, the birds kill you. Oh, wait.
And yeah, so this is 12 seconds of buys. This is after she
You
gets
said,
the.
you said only one of these was long.
No, the long one's actually a minute.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah, but it's worth it. It's funny. You'll like it.
No.
So this is 12 seconds of buy. This is after she is awarded a Victoria's Secret cover model bit, right? I mean, she was modeling. Did you see the place she came out of? It's where you get
like
your
a 24-hour
with a 1 hour photo.
It's like where you get your passport photos. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where Tom
legit,
Brady's
man.
Giselle Bundchen. That's where she got her start. I'm pretty sure.
It's legit, I tell you.
Anyway, I captured this because I'm pretty sure that either she just decided that she was done talking because she just stops saying bye like mid word and then it fades to black. It's so awkward. Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I'll talk to you later. Thank you again. All right. Okay, bye, Christine.
And then she just okay. Like someone told her off camera to stop, right? Stop. And, okay. So. All right, here we go. This is called Nice Meeting You. This is where, again, I got really mad at when she said, "Oh, it was nice to meet you," even though you've met before. But this is also bad dialogue, and he screws up a line. Here we go.
Hello?
Natalie?
Who is this?
It's Rod.
Oh, the guy from the restaurant. What's up?
Hey, it was nice running into you at Half Moon Bay.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Half Moon Bay.
So freaking awkward.
Maybe he was drunk.
It probably would have made it better. I mean, that's what made the Mario Brothers movie
nice,
more natural.
It was nice meeting you at Half Moon Bay.
I mean, that's how. Yeah.
They've already met, and they went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh, yeah, the guy from the bar."
Yeah. Not. Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah,
about
the
it
guy
makes
that
any sense.
Googled me in the restaurant and then followed me outside, touched my shoulder.
Right. All right, here we go. Because she's not that kind of girl.
Good night. See you next week.
Can't I come in?
I'm on the first date. I'm not that kind of girl.
Okay.
I tried.
Oh, I'm not getting laid tonight.
Once again, creepy as hell.
It's so creepy.
Seriously? I mean, there's so many warning signs for this poor girl.
Well, and you don't. I mean, I don't know. I've not been on a date.
Don't ask to
in
go
a long
in.
time, but you don't ask that, right? You like.
He has to invite you.
Right.
It's like a vampire thing,
Yeah. Can I come in? I'm gonna. All right. Here's a minute now, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you're listening to this and you've not watched the movie, which is fine, this is not one I think you have to watch. I did not edit this. Okay, this is not me going back and re-adding the same clapping scene over and over again. All right. They literally went around the room. There's like 9 people in the room, and they filmed each one of them clapping and reacting. So instead of just having an overall view and then just kind of quick back and forth to these people, they had to make sure that everyone got their screen time of clapping. So here you go. Enjoy.
Good night. See you next week.
Sorry. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some great news. Our board of directors has agreed to the acquisition of NCT Software by Oracle Corporation for $1 billion. You guys have worked hard, and you've all earned your stock option. Congratulations. So I guess
I didn't edit that. That's the way the movie is. It kind of reminded me, listening to it that time, of like the Family Guy gag where when he falls down on the ground.
Yeah.
But like when it's not funny for the first 5 seconds, but when you get to that like awkward length of time, it becomes funny. Like I couldn't tell if that's what they were going for with that scene. I mean, that's literally a minute of clapping. That's a long time to clap. My hands would get tired. All right, here we go. Ready? So Sam, you mentioned earlier about asking about like the microphone and the camera. This is what happens when you have a microphone under a shirt and you don't know how to do it correctly. You get what's called noisy mic. Here is 12 seconds of noisy mic.
Mass solar nano-based solar panels. They cost manufacturing 1 watt electricity, 10 cents. That's a fraction of the cost of the current silicon-based solar panel.
Like that in the
I
background.
totally did not understand a word he said.
Well, that's why the audio is so bad. The director knows that's why you got to put that's why the music is so loud. He's trying to cover up the scratchy noise. And I'm being serious. I've done that before. We've done that before. You get some bad audio. All right, put some music over it. Anyway, all right. Here's an awkward cut. I'm not sure why this happened, but it did. Here we go.
Not really. I figure if I don't make it big by the time I'm 30, I figure I'll just take it from there.
Yep. Don't know why we had to cut her off saying 30.
Did you throw up a little bit?
I mean, the scene cut like 30, 31, 32. Maybe she said a number and they didn't like the number she said. I don't know. It's just...
Not really. I figure if I don't make it big by the time I'm 30, I figure I'll just take it from there.
Why would you?
Does kind of sound like she threw up in her mouth a little bit.
Why would
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, make time.
Yeah.
This movie.
Yeah. All right. I got really mad at this.
When are you gonna grow up, man? Chicks love cars. If you want to get into their pants, you better have a nice, hot Ferrari.
She's my hot Ferrari. Besides, I love my Mustang, which is a plug-in hybrid. It gets 100 mpg. Anyways,
I have the greatest technology in the world, like Iron
Who
Man.
needs a Ferrari? I have a Mustang that you can plug in.
Dude, I saw a cherry red Lamborghini around Hickory last week, and I was about to get into that pants.
Right? You're about just drop trowel right there for him.
Drop trowel, yeah.
So I mentioned this one earlier. So this is evidence that they did record audio not on location. So this is in the van. And
Down by the river.
Down by the river, yeah. This is in the van. And clearly they're in some kind of closet or probably his hotel room.
What's your name, sweetie? Susan. Well, we're going to make this feel all better. Thank you.
So I now have...
Thank you.
For all times.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, guys. So bad. And the last one. One. Dead already.
I'm going out there to save them.
Don't go. If you go out there, they'll die. They're dead already.
yeah, you're right.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not really committed to the idea of saving those people. Yeah, you're right. It's fine.
Now that's the kind of hero I would be. Sean, I'm going corny. They're probably going to die. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. All right, I'm good. All right, that's it. That's all the clips.
Thank God.
Is this over?
Now's the time where I would play a clip where it would say, "Now for some more bad news. Ready? Trivia.
Oh, sorry.
Many of the credits for the crew are fake. James Gunn
Vanderbeek
added them to make the film look more professional. He also spent 4 years making this movie. Lead actress Whitney Moore took over the job of makeup artist after the first two hired makeup artists quit after the first 2 weeks of filming. They were like, "This movie sucks. We're out of here." I mean, if you can't
You're going to be doing this movie for how long?
But I mean, like, if you can't keep makeup artists, I mean, that's bad. Obviously, he got the idea from watching The Birds and An Inconvenient Truth. This film was shot on various locations without permits, I mentioned, and I cannot believe this is in the trivia. And I don't know who would have put this in here, but not I mean my script, but I mean like in IMDb. The director made the actresses wear bikinis during the makeout scenes because he didn't want any of the couples to actually have sex.
I guess they were that.
Is that a thing that you're worried about? Like, I
Okay,
better
here's the deal.
Hey guys, keep your clothes on. I don't want you to actually have sex in front of this camera guy and sound guy. All right, don't forget, it's not real.
Well, I was just saying now there are occasions where apparently actors have.
Right, but that's probably thought out ahead of time and discussed, and usually the director is involved and other people are involved.
Hell yeah.
Like, not involved, but aware. But that made it literally sound like, hey guys, I know you guys are like real into each other right now, but when you're making out, don't go all the way, okay? When I say cut, that means stop.
Or maybe he's pulling a Bad Boys and like, ain't gonna be no tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh! All right, here we go. Excuse me while I whip this out. Top 3.
I could have done that.
I'm not gonna do the recasting game. We don't care. Do we?
No. This movie should never be made.
Soundtrack great. I'm gonna give this an F for failure because it was awful.
Free.
Yeah, free. That's actually a good one. Yeah, F for free.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3.
I actually kind of want to do the recasting game.
Corny, you joined us late. I don't know if you saw the group me or not. We're gonna do movie birds. So birds that are in movies, if they have a name or a way you can identify them. Andrew, you're up, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start with my number 3, and that is the white dove that is released and then quickly after disintegrated in Mars Attack.
Okay, the dove piece, right? Or the piece, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, Blue from Rio.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg, yeah.
And number 1, Kevin from Up.
Oh, nice.
Kevin from what?
Up.
Oh, right, Kevin, yeah.
And the reason that is my favorite is because at my school, for several years, there was a peacock that lived in the woods.
Was he proud
out behind the school? And all the high school kids called it Kevin. And you would go out, and the noise that it would make was very similar to the bird from Up. So we just started calling it Kevin.
Nice.
We'd be on the way to the practice field, and so there's Kevin.
Does he like chocolate?
No, he would never come around people, and pretty sure he got killed somewhere.
Some hunter probably shot it. Hey, look at me! I found me a peacock.
That's a colorful turkey right there.
Yeah, still tastes like chicken though.
Look, Paul, we got one of them colored birds on our property.
Colored birds. Oh.
Did he?
Does that mean that penguins are black and white? Oh my gosh, corny. I don't know why that just got me, man. And here's the sad part, Corny. With the way you did the voice, all I can think of is to continue the joke of, it's one of them colored birds. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm dying. That's the name of the episode. Oh my gosh. It's one of them colored birds.
Joe Pesci, because we almost forgot.
Oh, I'm literally seeing stars. Oh, so Corny, you put a giant middle finger on my spreadsheet. Okay, thanks.
Wait, what? I didn't do that. I
didn't do that. Well, we were talking about birds.
Oh, well, okay.
I didn't do that.
Okay, then Sam or Andrew did because both of them are in there. Anyway, Corny.
All right, so
your birds,
all right, so I'm gonna give a shout out to the sorceress from the Lady of the Castle and He-Man, because she's some like half bird lady, or at least wears a bird costume.
Okay.
Also like to give a shout out to Big Bird holding it down on Sesame Street. His imaginary friend Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
My number 3, I'm going to go with the also a set of white doves, but the ones that run from the ground when in Face Off.
So you mean every John Woo movie? Got it.
No, that one, but I really like that scene. You know, so they're running. My number 2, the Eagles from
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. And because you just use the birds, the whole damn thing is easy. And then my number 1 bird is actually to all of the birds and Angry Birds, because it actually was pretty fun.
That's actually a funny movie. Yeah,
that is. I do enjoy that movie. Yes.
All right, Sam.
All right. I've got my shout out to Bird Person in Rick and Morty. My number 3 is Kevin in Up. 2, I've got to give a shout out to Hedwig in the Harry Potter movies.
That's a good one.
And of course, I'm with Corny there with the Eagles in Lord of the Rings.
Cool. I never thought of that. It's a good one. Those are good. My number 3 is the creepy owl from The Secret of Nim. I couldn't remember its name. My number 2, I'm going to do a Chanticleer from Rockadoodle.
What is that?
You don't know what Rockadoodle is?
No, what is Rockadoodle?
It's a cartoon. A boy turns into a cat and goes into this Rockadoodle world. It's a rooster. He has to sing the blues, and it's like Elvis.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Rockadoodle. Andrew, what am I seeing? Like, what is the green lights floating around your head? What's happening?
Aliens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm weird. All right. And the number 1 for me would be Crane from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, hey,
okay.
Can I throw in some third and fourth shout outs?
Sure.
Lady Bird Johnson.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. I would also say John Coltrane.
Well, we all know that bird is the word.
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, and the chicken from Moana.
Oh, and the chicken. Hey.
Hey.
What about the chicken from Family Guy? Oh, they got the chicken to play Boba Fett. That's funny. All right. There you go. That's it. That's our show. Emails. No.
This movie can eat shit.
Out of 10.
Suck a whole bag of dicks.
Andrew, your score, sir.
I don't know that I've ever done this, but I'm gonna give this a 10.
I almost said an F word. I can't physically write that.
No, I'm gonna give this actually that score minus 10. I'm gonna give this a 0.
A 0? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Corny.
I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I've given a 0 to Transformers.
Yep.
Because it deserved it. And I gave a 0 to Children of the Corn.
Mm-hmm.
It deserved it. My dilemma is that Children of the Corn is still the worst movie I will ever watch in my life. But this... can we give negatives? Because I'd like to give a negative.
No.
The math would work out.
All right, I'm going to give it a 0 as well, but I'd like to put a little asterisk that if this movie is ever shown anywhere else, I will destroy that building.
Just goes in and just like breaks the projector. Sam.
All right. Well, we've already got 2 zeros. I think
I'm going to guess what you're going to go with.
Yeah. Well, you think of our worst movies down there. You've got Rubber. You've got
Rubber looks so good.
Birdemic. All that sort of stuff down towards the bottom. And at least those other movies had some sort of redeeming quality.
Mm-hmm.
Something. This movie had a somewhat attractive girl who couldn't really act. I don't know if that's worth any points, though. So,
no.
Maybe 0.25.
Okay.
Got to get a 0.25 for the girl.
No.
And that's it. 0.25.
0.2.
As the maintainer of the scores, I can't allow it.
Well, that's all right. It's all right.
No, he can't vote that. I am gerrymandering this. He is going to vote the way that I want him to.
That's the way politics work, right?
Yeah.
Politics and podcasts.
Yeah, Sam, I
No.
Well, here's the funny thing is like I was all intended of going in with this just zeroed out because there's literally nothing good about this movie. I mean, you're right. Like Rubber is a well-made film. I just didn't like it. Trolls 2 is a shit show, and it at least has good audio, and special effects are fine. I mean, the green goop is gross, but whatever. I mean,
At least they tried.
Grandpa kept disappearing and reappearing. I mean, that's a special effect. Poltergeist at least had some
music,
some funny moments, I guess. ABC's of Death had a couple of those. A couple of them were in there were pretty good. I mean, Noah is a multi-million-dollar film, and so I mean, there. I would rather watch every single movie that we've done again than watch this movie one more time.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you.
I mean, there's...
So my dilemmas. I still rather would not watch Children of the Corn.
0.875.
Well, now that we're done with this podcast...
I'm just going to say 0. I'm done.
The
0.
The number of watches on this will drop drastically.
Yeah.
So, Sean, do we officially have a new worst movie ever?
Yeah, this will actually go down as our worst movie ever at a 0.0625.
I really don't see how you can beat this score as worst movie.
I don't either. I don't
get underneath this.
I mean, unless we watch some movie that's like Hitler's porno or something. Like, I don't know. Like,
Seriously. I mean, yeah.
So anyway, that's it.
What are we doing next week?
Buried was the only other movie of our 4 that was still streaming. The Ryan Reynolds Buried movie, right? Was that Netflix or Amazon? I can't remember.
It's Amazon.
So, yeah, Buried is Ryan Reynolds, truck driver, family man, blah, 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 right? So we'll do that next week. And then we're going to have to kind of figure out what we're going to do after that because most of what we were going to do is gone. So there you go. That's it. That's what we're doing next week. Buried. Stay tuned for next week. Buried. Okay, that's on our list. In the meantime, go to our website, cheapseatreviews.com.
Do it.
And punch Sean.
Yeah. No, don't do that. But go to cheapseatreviews.com where we have things to look at. Go to GoFundMe.com/cheapseatreviews. It's still a thing. You can throw some money at us. That'd be really helpful. Leave us a review, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube. Visit our website. I already said that. Cheapseatreviews.com/cheapseatreviews. And follow us on Twitter @CheapSeatCast. Please send your emails to cheapseatreviews.com. And if you are listening, which I hope you are, obviously you have to be listening in order to hear what I'm saying, tell your friends, like, help us out. We need listeners to help keep the show going. So help us out.
If you give us a new review on iTunes, we will read it aloud on air.
I'll do that.
Just give us a review.
I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, I mean, gosh, whatever you want. If you want your little bit of
It's been literally 2 years since our last review on iTunes, and it's making me sad.
Yeah,
I think it's been almost that long since the last email.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
All right. Yeah.
So do all that stuff. Help us out. We need help. We do.
We just want to feel the love. That's all.
That's all. I just want to make sure that people are actually listening to us because I'm not sure anymore. That's going to do it for us. So on behalf of Corny, Andrew, Sam, all the exploding birds everywhere, this is Sean saying thank you so much for listening, and I'm sorry.
I'll say, this was a terrible movie about birds.